So of course, during a bear market, we don't want you to be like this guy. We'd much rather you be like this girl. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mass Market. Today we're going to be talking about the bear market and a few steps that you can take to kind of distance yourself from these types of volatilities that we're seeing in the markets today. So if that sounds like something that would interest you, stick around. The video is about to hit. So before we get into the video and give you some steps that you can actually take to protect yourself in a bear market, let's first understand what a bear market is. A bear market refers to a widespread decline in asset prices when they drop more than 20% from their recent high. Clearly, look at the times right now. We got Bitcoin, we got some assets down, clearly 50, 60, sometimes more than 70% down. So here we're going to walk you through some important steps and investment strategies and also mindsets for you to have to keep you to stay calm and also know when to play dead when the market takes a swipe at your investments. So step number one, the most important thing to keep in mind during an economic slowdown, that it is perfectly normal for the stock market to have negative years. It's all part of the business cycle. If you're a long-term investor, meaning a time on the horizon of 10 plus years, one option to take advantage of is called DCA, dollar cost averaging. And this is basically done by purchasing shares regardless of price. You end up buying shares at a low price when the market is down. And over the long run, your cost will average down, leaving you with a better overall entry price for your shares. So to DCA is absolutely one of my favorite things to do in the market. It just kind of gives you a longer time period for you to accumulate more and more of whatever you're trading. Tip number two that you can do in a bear market basically is play dead. And I'm kind of doing that scenario kind of right now. And I'll explain that after I explain what playing dead actually means. There's an old saying, though, the best thing to do during a bear market is to play dead. And it's the same protocol as if you meet a real grizzly bear in the woods. Fighting back would be very dangerous. By staying calm, though, and making any sudden moves, you save yourself from becoming a bear's lunch. Playing dead in financial terms means putting a larger portion of your portfolio maybe into liquidity. That way you have cash to buy the dip if you see a pretty major dip on your hands. See, currently right now I'm waiting to buy some Ethereum, but with the way the Fed is talking about raising interest rates on a 50 basis point level multiple times this year, I'm a little skeptical that I could potentially get it a little bit cheaper. I'm looking to start dollar cost averaging in right now, that like we talked about in the beginning of the video, but I just don't think the time is quite right now. So I am in a sense playing dead on the sidelines, just kind of waiting for a good entry point to actually step back into the market and look to get the most returns on my investment. So step number three, and this step is really important, not only for a bear market, but for all the time. Investing is important, but so is eating and keeping a roof over your head. That's why it's super important not to invest more than what you're willing to lose. Example, money for mortgage, groceries, and don't invest them in stocks. As a general rule, investors should not get involved in equities unless they have an investment horizon of at least a couple years, preferably longer, and they should never invest money that they can't afford to lose. Remember, bear markets and even minor corrections can be extremely devastating to your portfolios. So that was step number three. Let's move on to step number four. If you made it this far in the video, I really hope you consider hitting that subscribe button for us and joining up with the family. But on to step number four, look for good value plays, especially in bear markets. They can provide great buying opportunities for investors. The trick is to know what you're looking for. And if you subscribe to the channel, you can check out our videos, which we try to live stream as much as possible, and we can definitely teach you about that. But basically what you want to look for during the bear market is beaten up, battered, underpriced, undervalued stocks. These are all descriptions of stocks or cryptos during a bear market. Value investors such as Warren Buffett often view bear markets as buying opportunities because the valuations of good companies get hammered down along with the poor companies and sit at very attractive valuations. Buffett himself often builds his position in some of his favorite stocks during the less than cheery times in the market because he knows the market's nature is to punish the good companies by more than their respective value. So with that being said, that's 3 great steps you can take. We're going to give you one more, and we're going to move on to the final one now. And the 4th step that I would say to any new investor or any experienced investor is to, number 4, diversify. Basically, having a percentage of your portfolio spread among stocks, bonds, cash, cryptos, whatever you trade, and alternative assets such as core diversification. How you slice up your portfolio depends on your risk tolerance, time horizon, goals, etc., etc. Every investor's situation is different. A prosper asset allocation strategy will allow you to avoid the potential negative effects resulting in placing your eggs all in one basket. So if you trade Bitcoin, if you trade crypto, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because Bitcoin is, the Mac Daddy. It controls the whole market. Bitcoin's down. Most likely all your altcoins are going to be down. But it's good to diversify. Maybe get you some crypto and then maybe hop in the stock market, play some oil plays, gas plays. You want to, diversify yourself across the market. That way, if one sector of the market takes a bigger hit than the other, it kind of levels itself out. So that's some really good steps that you can take. And guys, look, we live stream almost every single night here over at Matt's Market. So if you want to come over, talk about your stocks, we can do some technical analysis for you. We love doing that. Come check us out and, consider hitting that subscribe button for us. We'd love to have you join up with the family. And I will be posting a link to 100% free Discord down in the description below. Make sure to take full advantage of that as well. So until the next video, guys, I really do appreciate you if you watch till the end, and drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the video. Anything I can do better. I'm always up for constructive criticism. So with that being said, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow night on the live stream. Much love and peace.